Hola mis amigos, yo soy HD Barbecho, and we're back with another exciting episode. Well, not exciting, boring, but there's. We're back with another episode of Lifeline. And where we last left off, we sent Taylor walking the perimeter of this huge crater. And now we're gonna see where we left him at. Oh my god! You'll never believe it. I'm still walking around the moon crater, and it's still boring as hell. Sorry. I was just getting a little bonkers, with nothing but the sound of my own thoughts. No worries. You want to chat, mate? Yes, please. I mean, I don't want to be a bother, but you're kind of all I got. Wow, how needy is that? So, have you ever wandered the circumference of a giant moon crater? I never had the pleasure to, but if I would have the chance, I would take it. I mean, it beats being on Earth. I would love that chance. Well, try to imagine being a single grain of rice on the rim of a universal biggest walk. That's about the scale of things here. Some part of me is terrified that a gigantic sugar snap pea is going to come plummeting out of the sky and crush me. Not a very rational fear, I know. But then, 2 days ago, I wouldn't have thought spaceship crash was a very rational fear. Anyhow, the crater's opposite side is in sight. I'm gonna buckle down, grit my teeth, and keep trucking my way over there. Thanks for the pep talk. I'll message you in a bit. Well, I actually didn't take as long to trek around the edge of the crater as I thought it might. Here's the strange thing though. Maybe 50 yards back, I tripped over something while I was walking. Yeah, I know. I've been so graceful so far, it must have been hard for you to believe. Anyway, it was pretty well buried in the sand, but when I looked at it, it glinted at me in the sun, because it was metal. It took me a minute to dig it up, and I've been examining it ever since, but I'm still not sure what it is exactly. I mean, I guess it's gotta be a panel from the Varia, but it's just weird that it came down so far from the rest of the ship, huh? Anyhow, I'm pretty much directly opposite from the point where I started, circling this crater, so I guess it's time to keep heading north. What a long, strange, counterclockwise trip it's been. So, here's something. On this side of the crater, there's a little ridge, and on that little ridge, there are more little pieces of metal, like several more. And then just on the other side of the little ridge, where you can't see it until you crest the little ridge, there's a spaceship. So yeah, it's a good thing that air here is okay to breathe, because I've been hyperventilating it for the last minute or so. What the hell? I mean, what the hell? Seriously, just what the hell? I was a science student, not an English student, forgive me. From up here, I can tell it's a much smaller ship than the Varia. It's what I think they call a Caravel-class vessel. I would have had a dozen crew, tops, making it quick runs with minimal armament, minimal defenses. What is it doing here? How long has it been here? The engine looked like it was just sheared from the rest of the ship. Did they collide with the space debris? Maybe. God, I have about a million questions. Should I go down there and explore the wreckage, do you think? Or should I keep a higher ground and stay the hell away from that ship and whatever brought it out of the sky? Explore the wreckage. You might have some survivors in there. They could be helpful with your assistance in this desolate moon planet that you're stranded on. It would be a good chance for you to make some good friends on here. Go explore the wreckage, man. This is crazy. I mean, what am I doing right now? Heading down towards this derelict ship instead of away from it. It's crazy. I mean, this is the part of in every single horror movie where I've been watching the idiot on the screen, and I'd be muttering to myself, well, I sure wouldn't do that if I were you. Except that right now, I'm the idiot on the screen. Seriously, shouldn't I walk away now before the killer in a space hockey mask from Camp Mare Tranquilite Titties jumps out and stabs me? Or worse, forces me to play space hockey? I'm terrible at sports. Bro, I feel you. I feel your pain. All of us nerds, terrible at sports. We gotta stick together. I feel your pain. Okay, but fine. You can turn back then. Yeah. This is the safe plan. The smart plan. Nobody ever got space murdered by not walking into the space murderer's lair. At least not in any space murder movie I've ever seen. And I've seen more than a few. Remember, I'm terrible at sports. So let's leave this creepy wreck in the rear view and keep heading for that creepy peak instead. It sounds worse than when I say it out loud. Looks like I got a long hike north, in a northward direction before I get to the peak up north. From here, I can see a couple more craters in my direct path. Small ones though. Nothing like the ones I navigated earlier. This is probably wouldn't be the worst time to pause for a snack before I start off again. If you call rat pellets and habitual water a snack. So, I guess there's no point in doing much more than thinking about it. I'm just burning daylight, and I don't really know how much of it I have to burn. So, off I go. It's going to be a long march. If it's all the same with you, I'm going to switch off the comm for a while and just concentrate on hiking. Yeah, I wouldn't want to bother you. You got a long hike to do. You just keep to yourself and stay alive, man. Talk to you in a bit. You too. Something strange to report. I've been keeping close tabs on it because I didn't want to say anything until I was absolutely sure. My Ivia suit's compass is 100% useless. I got to the rim of the small crater and a little ways back, and elected just to walk its perimeter, but the compass didn't alter itself in concert with my orientation. Do you have like a little piece of metal stuck to it, so it's messing with its needle? If you do, just take it right off. Just take it right off. It's just spun at random, or not at all. It had nothing to do with which way I was facing. In fact, I'm not sure it's been working properly ever since I was back at the caravel wreckage. I wasn't really watching it closely back then, but looking back, I'm more and more certain of it. Probably because there's a piece of metal stuck to it. When you were exploring the wreckage, you got a piece of metal stuck to it. Get the metal off of there. Could whatever brought the ship down have played havoc with its polarity somehow too? And more importantly, why wouldn't have gone back to normal once I got away from the crash site? The metal! Get it off! I could still keep moving toward the peak, just navigating by sight, obviously. But this is a little bit troubling, in consideration of the return ship. The winds have been really calm for the last hour or so. If I wanted to trace my footsteps back the way I just came, this would be the time to make a decision. Look, you made it this far, you can't keep up now. I mean, you have to keep trying, keep heading for the peak, man. You got this far, don't give up now. Come on. You're right, I've come this far. There's really no choice but to keep moving forward. Alright, ever northward, despite what the compass says. You're gonna think I sound crazy, and hell, maybe at this point I am. But I honestly don't think the peak has gone any closer since the last time I checked in with you. I've been marching restlessly in the direction, nose to the grindstone, full steam ahead, other similar expressions. But just eyeballing it, I haven't gained any ground at all. I'm sure it's just an optical illusion. I'm tired as hell, but I'm just gonna keep at it, unless you think maybe I shouldn't? Like I said before, you got this far enough, just head towards there. Straight ahead. No, full steam ahead. Right. Of course, no stopping now. There is, however, pausing now, because I'm so thirsty I can barely think straight. I'm gonna hydrate and then get back to hiking. I'll check in after a while once I'm closer to the peak, which I obviously will be, because you can't keep moving towards something and never reach it. Obviously. Obviously? Still, don't think I'm any closer to the peak. Tau Ceti is on its way down, and the peak looks... I know how weird this is gonna sound, but it looks sorta shimmery. Shimmery and green, like it's putting out a real low-level glow, kinda. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get any closer to this stupid peak to try to figure out what's making this stupid glow. I think I have to turn back. I don't feel like I can get there before it starts to get dark. Hell, I don't know. If I can get back to the Varia before it's dark, I might be lucky to make it back to the Caravel wreck. And that's about most of the tenuous definition of lucky I can imagine. Alright, fine. If it's getting dark and you just can't, it's too far away, just head back. I can't see where you are, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll trust you, man. Just head back. Yeah. Maybe this is the best plan. I mean, given Tau Ceti's position in the sky, as long as I can see my boot prints in the sand, I have no problem. And if when those disappear, I'll have to navigate by landmarks, like the caravel site, and past that, the enormous crater. If my luck holds, I'll make it back to the area before sunset. Maybe once I'm there, I can build a compass out of spare parts. I think I can still remember how to do that. Anyway, enough talking, no time for chatting. Not enough time for putting the G at the end of words. That's how you know I'm really running short of time. Alright, back to hiking. And that is where I'm going to end the episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry this seems boring, but I'm just trying, man. I do this for my YouTubes. I love YouTubes. It's a good hobby of mine. I really do enjoy doing this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hasta la vista, baby.